or anyone in any way that's important at all, or as important as it should be. Like, oh my fucking god, like what the fuck? The whole community should, like, should be something that the whole community is involved with, because it impacts the whole fucking community. We're just a part of it. And you know, it was all fake because we wanted you to think something happening, even though other people could be looking at that, and again, it could just be done by now. You're talking about the gang stalking settlement that is taking forever to get, even for the people that have been like, hey, look, here's my information. I think you have other information that you may have, or you may have pretended to have, but then you did have, and you have a lot more of, that, like, we don't make that. It's not being transparent enough. Not for any valid reason at all. Not at all. It's not something anyone's nervous about. You're pretending. You're not anyone that gives a shit about that. Shut up. Nobody cares. There's nothing that could be ruined except the fact that this is taking forever. That can still happen while other things are. There isn't, like, I don't know where this thing is where you pretend like there's things happening. Maybe, I hope some of it's happening. I think some of it did happen. And, well, obviously, we know, we have proof that a lot of it happened. Well, we don't need to get the advice, but that's not hard for other people or anyone to really find out, except for a single person that getting any cooperation from anyone, even the community, which is greatly negatively impacted by what you're doing and allowing you to say those horrible things that most people can't hear right now because they don't hear the asinine shit that you say because they've been trapped under you ever. For not years. Someone could do this for me. Do it. I mean, it's like, I don't need to be spoken through. The person doing that, or the person prompting me, has already done that. And I've already done it so many fucking times. Damn it. I don't care. I don't give a shit. I guess so. That's really weird. First of all, no one should ever feel like that, no matter what position, if you're at the head of the company or at the bottom. That should not be a position anyone would take. That would be a part of anything. In this current, ridiculously, whatever, trying to, like that's going to minimize it? No, it's going to make it worse. Like that's going to trivialize it? No, they're going to torment you more. It's not really, not any more than it could have, or that hasn't already. Well, that's just there then just cause. Even though it makes it worse for everyone. But much so for you. Oh, no one will ever respond to that or ever, that ever. At any time whatsoever. Yes, it reflects on everybody that allowed that, whether you heard that or not. Because you know, if you know the gang stalking is going on, and not necessarily the victims that aren't being served, or people that aren't quite sure what's going on, but certainly the people that know about it and aren't doing anything about it, and the people that can continue to gang stalk more, or fuck with people more, maybe in lesser ways, but maybe not as much or for as long, and you tie yourself to that and let that shit be said, and like you're liable for it too. That's your responsibility to take care of. Just like turning them all off, which you don't do, even though it would be in your best interest, and you let that shit be said. You don't care, because you're like, whatever, say stupid shit, whatever. Fuck with them. We'll never be caught. No one will ever know what we're doing, ever. Say the worst things in the world can drive you to the worst doom ever. Right. Nobody wants that, not even you, but you pretend to, for no reason, other than because you aren't being held responsible. Just because that's the point you want to make, when that point negatively impacts everybody, especially you, in the worst way possible. And then you say, no, you get away with it. Worst advice ever. I know. Blatantly acknowledge that you program yourself or pretend to program yourself to act in a way that's following the worst self-advice in the entire world, or follow advice that you're always going to follow to your doom, bringing everyone to their doom, just because that works for no one. You just stop fucking with people. Well, I know you won't be able to fuck with people forever anyway. Yeah, but nobody thinks like that. Nobody does that. Your path doesn't get you to getting the best things possible with those things for the longest timeline ever. This game would be, I was like, I could pretend to be Megan or I am Megan. Like, who also isn't doing enough. Who knows? Like, why is this still a fucking thing that anyone has to do it ever? Okay, totally forgot that I was still suffering from this at all. Really? No. He doesn't know this to this extent. I doubt that. Oh, maybe fuck this for a bit and start that. Maybe. Who knows? I could be wrong. I'm not saying that. I think 1 minute of this is bullshit. It's like what is way too far, way too much for anyone to ever have to deal with ever again.